Of fentanyl overdose deaths is plaguing not only the state of California, but right here in San Diego County. In fact, between 2019 and 2020, the number of deaths more than tripled from 143 to 450. That number went even higher in 2021 to 779.
And a local author is tackling this issue of fentanyl, specifically how parents can talk to their kids about fentanyl. Joining us now is Armand King, the author of Stop Fentanyl, Parent and School Guide to Understanding and Addressing the Fentanyl Epidemic with Their Youth. We appreciate you being here tonight. It's an important topic. A lot of people talk about overdoses, but it really is a poisoning. Tell us a little bit more about this book.
This book is definitely helping teachers and school staff to have that conversation with the kids. Sometimes we fail to have the conversation because we don't know what to say to them. We feel it's not happening to us, it's not my kid. But currently in the way we're at, the way the climate is with fentanyl and overdoses, you need to talk to everybody. And if it's not your kid, let your kid be informed to tell another kid. And I'm sitting here, I have 24 friends and associates that have died over the past 2 years of fentanyl.
I'm guessing that's your inspiration behind this book. Obviously, you want the word out, but when you lose people that are close to you, it's a whole different story.
100%. One of my best childhood friends, William Wagner, he died in 2017. First time I've heard of it. And since then, I didn't hear of it till 2019, and now it seems like every other week we're burying somebody due to fentanyl poisoning. Most of them, or nobody I know actually used fentanyl. It was laced, that's why I call it fentanyl poisoning, and the substance that they thought they were using recreationally. On occasion, this is it's happening far too often, and we need to communicate to everyone, not just kids, but adults also.
That it's a risk. I mean, the problem is that a lot of people are getting their sources are online, really, and people don't know what's in it, and even just a little sliver of it is enough. One pill may not have it and the other pill does, because of the way that, the drug dealers are mixing it now.
Right.
So it's really an issue that is affecting people.
Right, and even these vaporizer pens, people are manufacturing these in their garage. They're not legal vape pens, and you have a lot of kids. I know of a 13-year-old who recently died in San Diego from a vape pen and that he bought off the streets. So a lot of these people, they trust who they're getting it from, quote unquote, but nobody knows what they have. So, I've always been against that scared straight, just don't do drugs. But right now, you need to not do drugs.
Well, let's talk about that book. So what do you hope that people really learn from it? What do they want to take away?
So it's a nice way of getting the information to you so you know what fentanyl is. As a parent, as someone dealing with youth, you understand it, and then it also gives you conversation pieces on how to deliver the message, because you still may not know. And then oftentimes kids will be like, "Oh, that's mom, that's dad. They're just saying it. You don't know." So you can literally go, "Okay, well, let me read from here. It's not mom, it's not dad." Give them the information, and it's coming from trusted sources. We have parents in here who have lost kids speaking on their issues. There's someone who sold a pill to a friend, and they overdosed, and they're doing time in prison. Their voice is in here. We have a pro skater, Brandon Turner, his voice is in here. So it's not mom saying the message.
And it's just important for parents in general to understand the issue, because it's something that's really sweeping our county, it's sweeping our state and our nation. If you're not aware, it's really the more you know, isn't it?
Absolutely. You don't want to be the one caught off guard right now. And if there was ever a time to just be clean, it is right now, or you're playing Russian roulette with your life, and you need to know it.
And that's the message, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're taking a risk every single time.
Every single time. It might be your kid who doesn't do drugs, and that one time they're encouraged or peer pressured, walked into a party, here, take this pill, and that's the last time you ever see your child. It's that serious right now.
Very quickly, what's been the response to your book so far?
It's been amazing. I have a couple of schools it's been out a couple of weeks now, and we've had a couple schools buy them for their staff. Mount Miguel just purchased for their PTA. So it's getting out there, and like every time someone buys a book, I'm able to get more books and give them out to the people that need them. Wow. We need this message getting out there, and as far as I'm concerned, the message is not being spread fast enough and far enough. I am tired of burying friends.
Armand King, thank you so much for coming in today and talking about it. It's an issue that is plaguing all of us, and really we just need to know more about really how to talk to our kids or anybody about it. If you want to learn more information about this book, just head to our website, fox5sandiego.com, and click the Scene on Fox 5 tab. Armand.